Alright, so quick little intro before we start the video. This is a review for the AWE Track Edition Catback for the VA chassis STi. I've had it for about 2 months, so it's had enough carbon buildup. It's right where it's going to sound for the rest of its life. You're going to have cold startup. You're going to have parked revs through the RPM range. You're going to get in-car shots, what it sounds like, windows up, windows down. You're going to get slow flyby. You're going to get slow takeoff, fast takeoff. You're going to even get high-speed flyby stuff. So stick around, and at the end, I'm going to kind of do a review of the quality and fitment of the catback. So, quality of the catback. So my previous catback was a Grimspeed, which you can see in one of my older videos. Quality was phenomenal. The welds on it were amazing. Fitment, perfect. No leaks, nothing like that. This AWE, just crappy welds, I'm going to be honest. They're crappy. They're kind of blobby. There's little spurts on the sides. It just doesn't scream, hey man, we paid for a quality catback, you know? Fitment wise, went together pretty damn well, but I have an exhaust leak. And I'm not the only one. I just talked to someone on one of the Facebook groups for WRX and STi that I'm in, and they said their buddy had exhaust leaks on his. They took an impact gun to it. Guess what? Still has an exhaust leak. I recommended this exhaust to another member of the group, and he asked me, do you get an exhaust leak with yours? And I said, yeah, I have one with mine. So basically, you're going to have an exhaust leak somewhere on this goddamn catback, and it's just not going to go away. One more thing that I didn't really like, and I don't know if this is going to mean a lot to you guys, but just a heads up. So, I had my Grimspeed on there previously, right? It has a flex joint, right, where it goes from the downpipe to the catback. And because of that flex joint, you can put solid bolts through it. You know, just a bolt and a nut. Totally fine. None of those spring bolts. So, my spring bolts were in storage. When I bought this catback, I was told you need to use spring bolts because there's no flex joint on it. It's a solid mount, solid to solid. And I was like, well, son of a bitch, let me go find them then. Guess what? They weren't in storage. So the point is, these two OEM style spring bolts that would have been like, what, $10 to include, weren't in the catback kit. There just wasn't there. None. So I'm like, holy shit, I need to go find some. Subaru was closed the next day, and that's when I was going to have my buddies come over to help me install it for fun. So I had to Google. And it turns out you can actually get Honda brand, the catback bolts for Honda. So we went to AutoZone, told them exactly which bolts I needed, and it was kind of crazy. Told the guy, hey, we need these bolts. Can you get them, or do you have them on hand? He said, no, we don't. Well, we get delivery once a day, and it'll be here by 3 p.m., which was like, holy shit, just a couple hours later they'll be here. Sure enough, they were there, and they fit. So I'll try to link those down in the description of which Honda catback bolts you'll need. But I just thought it was kind of stupid that you couldn't include $10 bolts with this, just to ensure that somebody would get it right. Because other people were like, oh, can I solid mount it? Do I need anything else? You don't need anything like the Grimspeed OEM downpipe to 3-inch catback adapter. You don't need any of that. You literally just need a new donut gasket. You need the OEM style spring bolts for your catback. You need those. Do not solid mount this catback. You will fuck it up. So I would say quality and fitment wise, maybe a 6 out of 10. They did a decent job. It looks great when you're looking at it from behind, but when you're up close underneath the car, it doesn't look great. It's not quality. Grimspeed was top tier quality. They had dime welds on there, perfect fitment. Everything was to spec. This, not so much. Even my my exhaust tips don't even line up properly. They're all wonky. So, sounds great. It's probably the best sounding exhaust system you can buy. But, quality and fitment wise, pretty shit. Either way, I love it, so worth it. So, a question you might have is, you know, you had a Grimspeed catback. Why'd you switch to the AWE Track Edition catback? From the start, I wanted the AWE. But when I got my STi, which was right at the end of July of 2019, California still had that exhaust law where any cop could stop you for your exhaust, and if you did get stopped, it was a mandatory state ref. And I said, I don't want that to happen to me in my new car. So I went with the Grimspeed, which, by the way, quality exhaust, because here's why. It is, decibel-wise, California state legal. It's under 95 decibels. Has mufflers, so it's California legal. If you don't have mufflers, illegal. Had a great sound, too. So, after that law was banished and exhaust laws became a fix-it ticket again, I was like, well, this is my time to really get what I truly want, which is the AWE Track Edition exhaust. So I switched. So remember folks, this is no mufflers, 3-inch piping all the way from the catback. It's nice and it's loud, as you can tell. Also, like, comment, subscribe. I'll probably do some more STI